Alright folks, this is just a quick wee message to start off the podcast. We done the interview with Nick Shane a couple of weeks ago, and the live session tracks right at the end are actually accompanied by proper music videos as well, proper live session videos. So you can check them out, obviously in the description. If you go and check the description, you will have all the links there. Of course, a big massive shout out to Sean Evans of Bloo Coo Studios for absolutely helping us out and being an absolute fucking legend for allowing us to use the studio, and obviously his expertise as well. So without him, this would never have fucking happened whatsoever. So much respect to Sean. Thanks again for Nick for coming down. But as I says, listen to the full podcast. You'll get the full interview plus the session tracks that Nick done, and then go and check the videos. They're all fantastic. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Peace. Right, welcome to the Besides the Norm podcast. My name is Scuba. We're here with Craig.
What's happening?
Right, we just done a live session with Nick Shane.
Hello.
First off, I wanted to ask, there was a slight name change, because I remember when we done the Oxjam Festival, we sort of filmed a few videos up there. It was Nicheyne.
Yeah.
I remember that. Is there a reason for the name change? Or?
People pronounced it in lots of weird and wonderful ways.
Right.
And it was just a pain.
Like Nick Chain and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, Cheney, Cheeny, just other stuff.
How do you get Cheeny for that? It's quite obviously Shane. Like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I just changed it because it was easier. It looks better as well.
Well, there you go. Yeah. That's it. So we just had you in for a live session. How did you feel it went?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So, right, we done really a wee bit of special mixing. We done a wee bit of mime session as well. It's fantastic. Yeah. It was great.
Professional mimer.
Well, it was amazing.
I highly recommend Nick for miming. You need any miming work done.
Try to escape for a Glasgow.
Any ugly singers out there wanting their videos shot, then I'm your man.
Well, you said you've been performing for about 9 years. Are some of these songs about 9 years old?
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 15 years altogether.
Right.
But yeah, some of those songs were well, good. Thank You for the Good Times. That's off my new album. That song's about 9 years old. On a Mountain, which is off my new album, is about 12 years old. And the one She's a Lover is not off my new album. That's off the album that I'm going to do next. So
are these out and available for like purchases and stuff?
Not at the moment. No, they're still in the process of recording. I actually finished recording last night. Just need to get the songs into Seagate Studios with Graham Watt, who's a very talented sound engineer who's recorded all my stuff, and get that finalised and get it out by November the 30th, hopefully.
That's it. Well, what about the writing process? How do you kind of go through the kind of initial idea to then getting everything down, figuring out what you want to do?
Well, I'll usually think of some nice chord progressions, and then think of maybe a melody after that, and then probably lyrics. But yeah, the whole process just takes a short, maybe 5 or 6 years, and then it's there. Yeah. It's
amazing because you think about we're used to kind of listening to rap music and stuff. Some people are really quick at doing stuff sometimes, and you could usually tell.
See, that's the thing is that for pretty much every other genre of music, the lyrics come second and the tune comes first. Whereas rappers can write lyrics to nothing and then just find the beat and make it into a song. I do really think there's much genres that you could do that way, is there? Would there be?
Some people I think Alex Turner does a lot of lyrics first. A lot of people concentrate on maybe poetry and then they'll turn them into songs. But yeah, I think melodies probably come first, because I could write something that might have a completely might be too many words, too little words, and once I've got a melody, lyrics are kind of a little bit easier. Then I don't really have very many great ideas in my head. I could just start writing stories and these poems and whatnot. So
are you talking if you're taking 5 years for something, you're just adding kind of slight wee bits, slight wee tweaks?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself when you're performing, you maybe notice something? Like a comedian, if they're going out to perform, they'll kind of have a idea of what jokes they want to do, and then they'll kind of riff on stage a lot of the time. Do you feel yourself going through that kind of process, doing it live?
Yeah, I do. I like to do stuff differently every time for live shows. Just to try kind of make things a little bit slower or maybe a little bit faster, or do things a little bit differently. I don't tend to change a lot of lyrics live, but yeah, I do mix it up a little bit and do bits here and there. Yeah.
Well, let's say I'll go back to kind of history-wise. What kind of made you want to start making music, man?
Probably the same reason everybody wanted to make music, to sleep with lots of girls.
There you go. That's fair enough. That's fair.
Not gonna lie.
You're the first person that's been honest with that question. Everybody else goes on some pish story about it's just from my heart.
Some poetic
Pish.
Bollocks. Yeah,
some
nonsense.
poetic pre-made paragraph that we've got thought out.
Pseudo intellectual garbage.
it's bullshit.
Liars.
It's all about fucking women, basically.
Aye. Totally. I respect that.
That's it. There you go. Well, what about sexual influences then? I would imagine for
Sexual. Well, not so much anymore. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years, so it's. I don't know. I do feel as though now I make music because I do really, really like music, and I like hearing stuff that I've done that is good. I just love playing music, recording music, doing all that kind of thing. As a business as well, it's quite interesting to promote your own kind of stuff, send it out there, and let people hear it. There's not a lot of money, unfortunately. There's very little money in music, unless you go and sit and play Van Morrison and Beatles covers for 3 hours at a time.
Yeah.
In places like Leaving.
Like weddings and stuff.
And
like
weddings,
that,
yeah.
Have you ever been like involved in any of that kind of thing? You ever?
Well, a few years ago I was busking in Kirkcaldy, and a woman asked me to play at her wedding. And her wedding was like 3 years away, but I never ever heard from her again. She's
Right.
I'm pretty sure the guy left her actually.
Oh.
She was a bit mental, so she had her profile picture as her in a wedding dress for about 3 years.
Oft.
Oh, shit, I shouldn't have probably said that. Oh well. She's, if anybody knows her, then I'm sorry. But
That's a good place to look for somebody for your wedding though, as a busker, because then you get to hear them performing live. If they're shite, then you hire them. But if they're good and leaving High Street, so they must be all right.
You're bound to have some insane busking stories. You'd come across any croppers through the years?
Well, there was one time during the weekend at Tea in the Park a few years ago. This woman came up to me, and she was absolutely caked in mud on Dunfermline High Street and wearing wellies and this like dress that was all ripped and stuff. And she came over to me and she was standing listening, and she like gave me like 50 pence. I was like, oh, thank you. She was like, oh, you're very good. I was like, yeah, thank you. She was like, oh, what a weekend I've had. I was like, oh, was it Tea in the Park? And you know what she said? No.
She was just
caked in shite and wearing wellies for no apparent reason. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. So what about kind of musical influence? Because obviously, Bob, you started off for sex. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, well.
What kind of period did you get into when you decided this is kind of what you wanted to do for a proper, just that you enjoyed it so much? What kind of period were you thinking when you started that?
Well, I've kind of always wanted to do it since I started listening to like the Beatles when I was really young. Then leading on to, I don't know, Oasis, then Nirvana, Paul Weller and all that. Kind of when you hear stuff like that, it really does make you want to be like that person, even look like that person. Like fashion and music kind of go together, and it's known that you're a musician is a really good kind of feeling. That you're every day you could write another song if you want, or you can go and play a gig somewhere or go busking, knowing you've got that kind of freedom to do what you like is really good.
That's it. Yeah. Busking is probably one of the hardest things I've ever seen people having to do.
It can be. That's why I travel so many miles to do it, because nobody knows me in these places. So they just see me as like the busker. Not in Dundee, for instance, I wouldn't do it. Well, I have done it there, but I wouldn't do it there nowadays because I know too many people.
That's an interesting point, actually. Like, I wouldn't have liked the busking leaving, because my pals are dicks. And if my pal saw me busking and leaving, like, it's great drive busker! They'd be annoying fuckers.
It's one of the.
So I'd need to go to like Edinburgh or Glasgow or something.
Well, what's the kind of You've been to like Edinburgh and Glasgow and bus and stuff?
Yeah, I have. It's okay. I went to Glasgow last year for a week to do it, and it was really good.
Did you stay in a hotel like while you were there or something like that?
Yeah, we stayed in a hotel. We had a couple of things on during that time at night time, so we stayed in a hotel for a week, and I went busking during the day and did gigs at night time. So it was really, really good. There's a lot of competition through there, though. That's why I go to places like Dunfermline and Kirkcaldy and that, because it's smaller, and they do like music through there as well.
That's it.
We used to know a guy, well, we still do, it's a rapper called Infidelix, and he left America. He decided to try and just go on a self-funded worldwide tour of just busking and just staying where he could and find. He's now in Germany,
Alright, okay.
just making a pretty decent living off just busking.
Yeah, okay.
Just occasionally somebody will come up to him and just start singing with him, and then
Yeah.
got
I hate that when people do that.
yeah, on our YouTube.
Fucking when some pure tube comes up to you and starts singing along, you're like, I didn't come to your work and start serving people and tell that. I mean, do you want me to park that for you? No, fuck off.
Just imagine you grabbing a plate and then serving somebody just.
I know, so annoying. I don't. It depends. There was this Chinese girl came up to me in St Andrews and started singing with me one time. That was pretty cool. Our mate filmed it and stuff.
You see like YouTube viral videos where a guy will be busking and then another guy will come and start tapping on the wall, and then another guy will come and start rapping, and then another guy will come and start doing breakdancing and shit. And it's not an actual video, but it would be cool.
That's it.
We should make that video.
Let's do it. We were speaking sort of briefly outside. You had a bit of an issue with a few people on your Facebook a while ago. I remember you putting a status up about the kind of LGBT ideals, and could you talk a wee bit about that?
Well, the reason it kind of started was the Stuart Duffy from Pink Saltire, this really, really great organisation, had been given, bearing in mind he had to run a festival off of this money, £5,000 to run a festival,
Right.
which sounds shite. You're never going to be able to run a festival off £5,000, and everybody in, well, not everybody in Dunfermline, but most people in Dunfermline wrote stuff on the post on Facebook, like what do a bunch of poofters need for £5,000? How come there's no straight festivals? That was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious.
That's my Jesus.
How come there's no straight festivals? Well, possibly because they don't fucking need one. And secondly, if you want to have a straight festival, go and fucking have one. Nobody's stopping you from having us. Go and have one. I'm not going to start shouting at you. I'm not going to say anything about it. Nobody else is going to say anything about it. Go and have one. And the guy replied to the comment saying we weren't given £5,000 from the lottery. And I says, well, that's why you have to go and apply for it, because I've applied for grants for albums and stuff, and I've been knocked back about 7 times, and that's how you get grants for things. Anyway, just a bunch of complete retards say it. Are you allowed to say retards?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes.
Say anything
Sorry,
you like.
I got shouted at a wave on or two for saying that. But the just complete muppets, and most of them try to hide behind their homophobic crap by saying things like that.
So like, these were like.
Are you eating a pie?
Sorry. My stomach.
I can't hear for your fucking stomach gone mental.
Very sorry. So, what was I talking about there? Totally. You then wrote a song quite soon after that.
That was before. That was after the
right.
Orlando thing. What are you on about? Standing up for colour.
Aye.
That was after the Orlando thing. Well, that was to do with Facebook as well, actually, because after the Orlando thing, I put up a post basically saying if you are homophobic, you don't like equality, not just homophobic, but equality, racist.
That's the status I was talking about outside.
Right.
That's
Yeah, that one. That one went fucking mental. That status.
I remember
every prick under the sun.
I remember when you put it up, because I was quite surprised, because you're like, these are people I've had on my Facebook, these are like fans of my music.
Yeah.
And they're just been absolute dicks.
Yeah.
I just remember
a few of them
Do you remember when I put up that picture on Facebook? It was a gay model had a picture removed from Facebook for nudity, but there was no nudity in it. They were naked, but everything was hidden. And so I shared it partly because it was a double standard, and partly because I knew how annoyed
annoyed
I was
people,
going to make
like,
people, and I was fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. I was called a faggot. I was called an idiot. I was just called brainwashed.
Brainwashed.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hate people.
Is that the gay agenda coming
it's
back
the
in
gay
again?
agenda.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
Ridiculousness, man. So that's,
And then because I'm straight, people assume that because I'm not homophobic, that I'm gay.
oh, yeah,
Like,
that's
I also didn't think black people are less than me. Am I black? That's not an argument. Stop it.
it's a damn good point, man. It's a damn good point.
I know.
So you said you've got a... So just to park off of there. You've got a gig tonight?
I'm leaving, yeah.
Aye. Did you see you had a gig after that as well? Or
No,
just have to go back?
I'm going away to Dunfermline, busking probably today, and then I'm going to leave in after it. I'll probably just go to Dunfermline and go to the pub actually, because I've come through here this morning and
Well, there you go.
it was a hell of a journey. So
I can
don't
imagine,
know.
man.
Yeah.
How
So
long did it take you? It took you about an hour and a half, you were saying, or something?
I left Dundee at 11 o'clock and I got here for... No, sorry, I left Dundee at 10 o'clock and I got here for 12:30.
Right.
Stagecoach buses are a fucking absolute
He was
nightmare.
saying the bus stopped for 20 minutes at like... Where was it you said? It was
Some health
random
centre.
place.
Nobody got on or off.
You stopped for 20
Just
minutes?
Stopped for 20 minutes. The bus driver actually physically fucked off away from the bus.
They do
around
that,
the
didn't
corner.
it? Is it Cameron Hospital? The one in Windigates?
Aye. They go away for
They
a
just
fag or
go away for a fag.
Yeah.
Like, oh, aye. None of us have got anywhere to go.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
enjoy
yeah.
your fag.
That's usually if they're like just either like way too early sort of thing. You usually sit there for a while.
Aye.
But to be 20 minutes early on a bus, it's
Yeah,
quite ridiculous.
I know. I didn't really know where I was going either, so that kind of...
Well, that's one of the things, man. That's it. But well, thank you for coming, man. That was
That's okay,
much
yeah.
appreciated, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much.
Yes.
Nothing really wrong with memories. No real feeling to share. Gonna take a walk all alone. I believe in feeling I care. There's nothing really wrong with crying. Cry will get you through the night. Gonna take a walk all alone. There's a love that brings me to life. Look at how she's one in a million. Look at how she changed my mind. Mama won't get back feeling that he won't run and hide. Look at all that changed the seasons, rolling through rain and snow. Have you really found the meaning? Watching my love child grow. love, she's alone. My, she's an angel. She's taking me a long way home. Sit with me on a mountain, a long way from home. Who's gonna catch you when you fall from the throne? Will you ever be the same since friends left you this way? Will you sit with me on a mountain and live happy day? Won't make it on our own. I love you all the way that you are. You're so tall, touching shooting stars. Don't go away and leave me, I pray. Don't go. Sit with me on a mountain live by the sea. Rest your heavy, worried mind, it'll feel like a dream. Will you ever be the same till you fall in love again? Will you sit with me by a fountain, your only friend? Won't make it on our own. I love you all the way that you are. You're so tall, touching shooting stars. Don't go away and leave me, I pray. Don't go. Touching shooting stars. Don't go away and leave me, I pray. Don't go away and leave me this way. smile while you're sitting with me. We'll enjoy the good times, sunshine, memories. If you leave me here, I'll sit alone and cry, sleep in my lonely room, dream of the good times. And thank you for the good times, ghost in my memory. Thank you for the good times, the birds and the day. Let me see you smile while you're sitting with me. We'll enjoy the good times, sunshine, memories. If you leave me here, I'll sit alone and cry, sleep in my lonely room, dream of the good times. Thank you for the good times, ghost of my memory. Thank you for the good times, the birds and the bees. And thank you for the good times, ghost of my memory. Thank you for the good times, the birds and